CEI stock. It closed the session of the 3rd of January 2022 at $0.900, a gain of 5.89%. 22.4 million shares crossed the tape, which is regarded as below average. We have a position in CEI stock, CAMBER Energy. So the last time we covered the stock, it was at its 5 to 7 month low of $0.78. Yes, $0.78. That was what it was at. And since that time, it has tried to breach the resistance provided by its 200-day moving average on this daily chart. So it did slightly break that resistance, but it began to retrace thereafter. Today again, it has now returned and is getting the resistance this time around from the 10-day moving average. And today we got this news that the company is pleased to announce that it effected favorable amendments to certain outstanding promissory notes in the aggregate principal amount of $20.5 million as a result of the company increasing its authorized capital on the 30th of December 2021. Key terms of the promissory notes are as follows. Maturity date is January 1st, 2027. Interest rate, Wall Street General Prime Rate, with interests payable at maturity. Conversion, all or part of the amount owing may be convertible into shares of common stock of the company at $1.50. Additional details regarding the amendment are included in CAMBER's current report on Form 8K filed with SEC on the 27th of December 2021 and available under investors. Okay. Investors SEC filing at their website www.camber.energy.com or something like that, or camber.energy. Okay, so that's the news that came out today. So let's return and see what's going on in the post-market session for CEI stock. It's up 1.64%. In that session of the 3rd of January, it reached the high of $0.931. That's closest, that's the highest it reached in this session. Let's see what has transpired since the last 10 trading sessions, whether it has actually ever reached that sort of level. Last 10 trading sessions, that high is 0.09355. Let's have a look and see. Okay, yes, it's not the highest it has ever reached in over the last 10 trading sessions. The highest is $1.08, so it's 9.355 is somewhere around here. This is going back all the way, yeah, probably all the way back to Wednesday, the 29th of December. So it's a positive signal, and at that sort of level, it's above its 200-day moving average. So it's gradually showing some bullish signals. Intraday movements are looking good. Yes, you can see that evidently. Intraday signals are looking good for CAMBER Energy. You know, this is what happened. This is what's going on right now in this post-market session, and this is what happened in the live session of in the regular session of the 3rd of December 2021. So you can see some gains going on there. We just saw 0.9. It's not a huge amount, but you know, market participants are still very much positive, very much keen on the stock, despite the interest of short sellers and their algos. You know, so this is what has happened over the last 10 trading sessions. So we can also see today as well, it reached 0.93 as well. That's what we saw. Okay, it's actually not as high as that high of the 29th, but it's still very much positive. 29th, the 30th, and the 31st, and they never got close to that sort of level. So intraday wise, it's doing well. It's showing strength. Momentum is waning on this 10-day model, 10-day chart. RSI is also waning. Accumulation is poor as well on this 10-day chart. So let's return to the 1-year chart and see what we are looking at. So that's what we have on the 1 year chart. So what is certain is that it's when it fell below $1. This was it fell below $1 on the 21st of December. That was when it fell below. But for a long time, I can imagine many people were expecting the stock to crash below, but it just held up there, held on above above $1 for at least since for a long time, since when it fell below $2, when that short report came out, something like that. I want to believe, it fell sharply down to 1.54. That was in early October of last year, 2021. A lot of market participants definitely must have been expecting the stock to crash below $1, but it's held up for a long time, very long time, for 2 months. Well, I don't know if that is a long time, but it did hold up, and now it is now below that. It's now facing a lot of resistance now. We are seeing, if this is of any help, this is at least a higher. This point here on the 31st is a higher low. Is a higher low there. We've seen lower lows, play out, but fingers crossed. Let's see what's going to happen. We have this. The momentum is trying to improve, but it has also faced some resistance as well. So to the RSI, the accumulation is not wonderful. Okay, it's saying that CEI appears to be consolidating within a longer term downtrend. Okay, is it a longer term downtrend we're looking at here? Okay, the underlying trend is, yes, it's a downtrend. The underlying trend is has now tipped into the bearish mode. So it's consolidating within a longer term downtrend. Shares are presently below the 200-day moving average, which is falling along with the 10-day moving average. However, the average directional index, or ADX, is below 20, indicating that the shares have exhibited sideways movement recently. It's also lagging the S&P 500. Momentum is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares of a CEI stock and drive the price lower. The volume for this last session, the 3rd of January 2021, was larger than usual, trading 22.395 million shares versus an average of 65.76 million shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So buyers are currently more active than sellers, even though the momentum is suggesting that investors are selling shares and driving the price lower. Yes, okay. That means there's a healthy amount of, even though buyers are more active than sellers, but there is a huge amount of those sell transactions. Those sellers are still equally active enough, and they are denting the momentum they've dented the momentum of the stock. So there's a tussle there. Buyers are agitating, but sellers are still very much in the mix, and they're still selling the shares. They still have a visible hand in CEI stock. They still have a visible hand in its momentum and its unbalanced volume indicator. So we can see the sort of volumes we're talking about here. The last 90 days has a volume of average volume of 163.882, and the last 12 days has a volume of 65.760. Last 10 days is 32.787. So speaking of speaking of price targets, let's use this target of $1 that was achieved on the 27th of December. 27th was Friday. It was a Monday, I believe. I think yeah, it was Monday the 27th, last Monday, exactly a week ago. $1 and this low of 0.84, so we have 0.16 times 2.618 is 0.4188 plus the current price of 0.9125. 0.9125. We have a target price of 1.33. Is that not too ambitious, going behind the sort of resistances we are looking at here? Well, that's our target for, yes, 1 week target of $1.33, and we'll, if it doesn't get there, we'll still stand on that 1.33. So our target is 1.33 for CEI stock, 1.33 CEI stock. So see what you make of CEI stock. It's before we round up, it's currently has gained 1.39% in this post-market session. It's gained 5.89 in the regular session. Okay, momentum is strongly bullish as we try to sign up now. It has just collapsed, and it's backwarding, I can see pretty much. So target is 1.33 for CEI stock. Thank you very much for watching this video.